folks, I'm Johnny Gilbert. Let's just take care of a little business, then we'll get to our game. Normal game? Okay, so how many people out there? One player. From the Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy!
Thank you, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy! We've got a great game lined up for you. Here are the categories for the Jeopardy round. Martial artists, democracy, 1928, music, historic quotes. And our last category is the small screen. Player one, your turn.
African slaves are credited with bringing this stringed instrument, heard here, to the New World.
Player one. Definitely.
Carole King wrote "You've Got a Friend," and this man, her friend, sang it and made it a #1 hit. Up to 400,000 fans attended this August 1969 folk rock festival on Max Yasgur's farm near Bethel, New York.
Player one. Exactly.
First name of cellist Ma.
Player one. Right you are.
Heard here on the piano, this amazing song is also the title of a 1972 Aretha Franklin gospel album.
Player one. Definitely.
In 1588, this queen said, "I have the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the heart and stomach of a king."
Player two. Exactly. It's your turn, player two.
Historic quotes. For 200, please.
European statesman seen here who once said, "When I want to know what France thinks, I ask myself."
Player two. That's it.
Historic quotes. For 300.
I still believe that people are really good at heart, this young girl wrote in her diary, July 15th, 1944.
Player one. Right you are. Player one, what'll it be?
An expert on the subject, this ancient Greek mathematician told Ptolemy I, there is no royal road to geometry.
Player one. Nice try, but that is incorrect. Player three. That's right. Player three, what will it be?
Give me 1928. For 100, please.
During 1928, both the Graf Zeppelin and this woman made their first flights across the Atlantic.
Player one. You're correct. Your choice, player one.
From Waterloo, this Duke sent the message, nothing except a battle lost can be half so melancholy as a battle won.
Is that it? Anyone?
After Coolidge chose not to run again for president, this man did and carried 40 out of 48 states. This company drove up new business with the purchase of Dodge and the introduction of the Plymouth.
Is that it? Anyone?
Then, in her mid-20s, Margaret Mead published Coming of Age in this Pacific region.
Player two. Right you are. Player two.
Democracy. For 100, Alex.
A functioning democracy usually has at least two of these groups competing freely in elections.
Player one. Definitely. Player one, what'll it be?
Democracy is often confused with this term, referring to any country with a non-hereditary head of state.
Player three? Yes, indeed. If you would, player three?
Let's go for the small screen. For 100, please.
This pricey CBS game show aired its 5,000th episode on April 9th, 1998.
Player one? You're correct. Your choice, player one.
This 1977 miniseries, based on an Alex Haley book, won a record 9 Emmys.
Player three. Well done, yes. Okay, player 3.
Let's try martial artists. For 100, Alex?
His 1983 character, Lone Wolf McQuade, was a maverick Texas Ranger. Good idea for a TV show.
Player 2. You're correct. It's your turn, player 2.
Martial artists. For 200, please.
He's been above the law, marked for death, hard to kill, and out for justice.
Player 3. Exactly. Player 3, it's your turn.
Democracy. For 300.
In 1996, the Supreme Court struck down 4 of these areas created to allow black and Hispanic representation.
Anybody? Player 3. Well done, yes.
Democracy. For 400, Alex.
Democracies must balance liberty and this concept, also found in the motto of the French Revolution.
Player 3. Yes, indeed.
Democracy. For 500.
Rhyming term for the 1993 law making states offer voter registration to driver's license applicants.
Player 2. That's it. Player 2.
Martial artists. For 300, Alex.
The TV series Kung Fu was the idea of this martial artist, seen here.
Player 2. That's right.
Martial artists. For 400, Alex.
This international star is also known as Chen Gang Shen and Chang Kwang Sang.
Player 2. Yes.
Let's go for martial artists. For 500.
Rocky director John G. Avildsen directed this 1984 Ralph Macchio film and 2 of its sequels.
Player 2. You got it.
The small screen. For 300, Alex.
Answer? The Daily Double. Player 2, your wager, please.
Archie Bunker's neighbors, they moved on up to the east side and got wacky neighbors of their own.
Player 2? No, I'm sorry.
$19.28. For 500, please, Alex.
Haile Selassie was crowned king of this African country.
Player 2? Right you are.
The small screen. For 400, Alex.
This medical soap opera celebrated its 35th anniversary with an ABC primetime special.
Player 3? Exactly. And to wrap up this board,
This X-Files star has hosted Showtime's Red Shoe Diaries.
Player 2? That's right. That's the end of the Jeopardy round. Let's take a look at the scores. Player 3, you're in the lead. Well done. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. You're in last place, Player 1, but you do get to start things off in double jeopardy. Now it's time for the double jeopardy round. Dollar values double, and we have 2 daily doubles for you on the board. Let's see if you like these categories in the double jeopardy round. Body language, capital quotes, critters, creation stories, mummy, dearest. And a look at our final category. On the go. Player 1?
In days past, a young punk often put a chip on this and dared others to knock it off.
Player 1? Definitely.
To sense something intuitively is to feel it in these calcium storehouses.
Player 1. Exactly.
When you act out of pique and harm yourself in the process, you cut off this to spite your face.
Player 2? Right you are. Your choice, Player 2.
Critters. For 200?
The ringgalls, or spitting type of this snake, can spit venom about 7 feet.
Player 1? Exactly. Player 1, what'll it be?
A fearsome foe is said to be armed to these body parts. Scary.
Anybody? Player 3. Yes. If you would, Player 3.
Mummy Dearest. For 200, please.
It's this actor's portrayal of the mummy that was used on the U.S. stamp.
Player 1.
Right you are. Player one, your turn.
Insincere words not backed up by deeds are this type of service.
Player one.
That's it.
The young of these marsupials are called joeys.
Player one. You're correct.
Species of this small hovering bird range in size from 2 inches to 8 inches.
Player three.
Well done, yes. Player three, it's your turn.
Creation stories. For 200, Alex.
Scholars link Egyptian creation myths to the sun fertilizing this Egyptian river's slime.
Player one.
Right you are. Player one.
Discovered in the Congo rainforest around 1900, the okapi is in the same family as this other long-necked animal.
Player one.
You got it.
The black-footed ferret is a member of this animal family, and don't try to squirm your way out of it.
Player two. That's it. Player two, you choose.
On the go. For 200, Alex.
In 1783, 2 Frenchmen became the first to get a rise out of this hot Montgolfier invention.
Player one.
You're correct. Player one, what'll it be?
Names of these space vehicles have included Discovery and Challenger.
Player one. That's right.
Answer, the Daily Double.
Player one, please make your wager.
The RR logo on this automaker's radiator plate changed from red to black in 1933 after one of the founders died.
Player one. Nice try, but that is incorrect.
Models of this U.S. motorcycle company have included the Hydroglide, Electroglide, and Superglide.
Player one.
Right you are.
Eskimos traditionally used umiaks, as well as these other native open boating vessels.
Player 1.
That's right.
According to the King James Version, God's first words quoted in the book of Genesis are, "Let there be this."
Player 1. That's it.
In some Native American myths, this small canine seen here helps a god create the world. Africa's Fulani people, who are cattle herders, say everything came from a drop of this cow product.
Player 1. You got it.
To the ancient Greeks, it was a void from which Nyx and Erebus emerged. In English, it's a disordered mess.
Player 2. Well done, yes. Your choice, Player 2.
Let's try capital quotes. For 200, please.
Mark Twain called this U.S. city that grand old benevolent national asylum for the helpless.
Let's do Mummy Dearest. For 400?
The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb is a top seller in this kids' book series.
Player 3. Yes. Player 3, what will it be?
Give me Mummy Dearest. For 600?
Answer, the Daily Double.
Player 3, could we have your wager, please?
Ancient Egyptians worshipped these small animals, and now their scans are used to study mummies.
Player 3?
Boy, that was a bold move, betting it all. But it worked out. Congratulations.
Mummy Dearest. For 800?
Of 3, 9, or 13, the number of tana leaves it takes to bring a mummy back to life in the movies.
Player 3? Yes, indeed.
Mummy Dearest. For 1,000, Alex.
In 1994, the Royal Mummy Room in this Egyptian city was reopened after 13 years.
Player 1.
Well done, yes. Player 1, your turn.
It was Lord Byron who wrote, "When falls the Colosseum, this Italian city shall fall."
Player 1? Yes, indeed.
In his poem Hellas, Shelley wrote, "Let there be light," said liberty, and this Greek city arose.
Player 1.
That's it.
Field Marshal Montgomery said, "Rule 1 on page 1 of the Book of War is, do not march on this Russian city."
Player 2. That's right.
And to finish off this round,
A famous landmark is seen here in this British city once described as a nation, not a city.
Player 1.
Well done, yes. That's the end of the double jeopardy round. Let's check out the scores.
Player 1, you've got the lead going into Final Jeopardy. You're not far off the pace, Player 3. Remember, it's not over till it's over, Player 2.
All right, now it's time for Final Jeopardy. I'll show you the category and give you a few seconds to think about your wager.
This is our Final Jeopardy category. American History.
Player 2, your wager, please. Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 1, please make your wager.
Player 2. Player 3.
On November 21st, 1620, this ship rounded Cape Cod.
Player 1.
All right, let's see how everyone did.
Player 2, your question. Sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost you? Player 3, your question. Sorry, that's wrong. How much did it cost you? Player 1, your question. That's right. And your wager was?
Our big winner, Player 1. Thanks for playing Jeopardy. Hope you had a good time. So long, everybody.